Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am married, finally, because I was a COVID bride and it took 2 years. To all my COVID brides out there, I feel you. It was a journey, and for a lot of us, it still is. And I'm coming at you from my living room because now in Seattle, the sun is going down so early, and I rarely ever see the sun, but I did just come back from my honeymoon, so I am nice and sun-kissed for this video. I wanted to do a video on the things that I wish I knew going into wedding planning. If you are engaged right now, or just got married a long time ago, odds are you know that wedding planning is super stressful, but it's also so exciting. There are so many great things that come out of wedding planning, and hopefully you will come out stronger with your partner than ever. I want to take some time to give a special shout out to today's sponsor of this video, Green Chef. You know who it is. I love them. They deliver the best meals, and I have used them as part of my health journey.
Green Chef is a USDA certified organic company and has a meal plan for every lifestyle, like keto, paleo, plant-powered, or just those who simply want a little more balance. I always get the balanced living meal plans. My favorite meal this round was the udon and chicken. I love the fact that all of the recipes come pre-measured, perfectly portioned, and mostly prepped. I also love the fact that I can keep the recipe cards. And you can switch up your meal plan whenever you want to try a new way to eat. So go to greenchef.us/CandaceLowry125 and use code CandaceLowry125 to get $125 off, including free shipping on your first box. And now back to the video.
Posey's eating, so you might hear her like clanking around. So these are my top 10 things I wish I knew before planning a wedding. Posey interrupting the title sequence here. I have a list that I put together, and it was kind of hard to choose 10 things. Not that I'm saying it's like a cluster of getting married.
Oh my God, okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
But there's a lot going on, especially if you work full time. And I know some people are like,
why'd you even plan a wedding?
It's such a waste of money.
And people feel that way, and it's totally fine. After planning this for 2 years, I wanted to make sure that I had a party that would blast the pants off everyone. When you're planning a wedding, the first thing you should do is manage your expectations. Pinterest is, I have a love-hate relationship with Pinterest after wedding planning. First of all, I realized that wedding culture and bridal culture is like very far back in terms of progressiveness. It's not very diverse, and like all the images you see of people in magazines and dresses and in makeup, they're all like tiny little models and they're all white, and so it's kind of hard to tell like what is gonna look best on you. With social media, it's so easy to get caught up in the like, this will be a great Instagram picture, but at the end of the day, you are marrying someone, and this is literally until you die.
Forever.
And you'll wake up the next morning after your wedding and go, this is my life now. So be sure that you're not getting married just to get married and to have this wedding. And honestly, I know it's sad, but some people really want a wedding for like the Instagram likes and for the attention, and that is not at all what getting married is about. It's really easy to see all of these inspo photos and to really get swept up in it, and then you realize getting married is expensive. It costs a lot of money to have a wedding. As part of managing these expectations, something will go wrong. I promise you, something will go wrong, but that's part of the journey. My photographer that we had scheduled and we had a whole contract with, she had to move in the pandemic and had to back out of our wedding about 7 months before the actual wedding itself. And so it was kind of this giant tailspin thing, and we were freaking out. We were like, oh my God, we're not gonna ever find a photographer for this wedding. We just were honest with this photographer, and she helped us find someone who was actually amazing and got married at the venue we got married in. Here are a couple little photos. We don't have the final pictures back, but it's definitely one of those things where you just have to roll with the punches. Number 2. I hate Yelpers. I know people can put negative reviews for the dumbest reasons, but I'm gonna say right now, read reviews thoroughly of vendors, because that's gonna give you a sense of if they're the right person for you, in addition to meeting them. Because everyone wants business, everyone wants your business. You really need to see if they can bring what you want to the table. I saw a couple recurring negative reviews of one of the vendors, and I was like, no, that's her personality, that's who she is. And that kind of bit me in the butt. Ultimately, the recurring negative things happened to me as well. At the end of the day, I had a rager, but I should have read the reviews a little more closely for some of the vendors. The third thing is you will probably go over budget, and there will be things that you're gonna need to cut out. For example, we didn't have a videographer for our wedding. Why? Videographers in Seattle are about $5 grand. I didn't want to spend $5,000 on a video, says the YouTuber. When you're planning out your budget, go a little over than what you think and be very modest with what you want to spend. Speaking of that, the fourth thing is you don't need an expensive dress, okay? This is something that I feel like a lot of brides get roped into, that we need this picture perfect fairy tale dress that has to be expensive.
When you find the one, you find the one. How do you put a price on that?
And it really doesn't. There are so many budget options out there, and if you want to spend more money on pies like I did, spend more money on pies. Don't spend as much money on a dress that you're gonna wear one time. The other thing that I wish I knew, but I'm glad I had just in case, wear comfortable shoes. This is the dumbest thing ever, but I bought shoes because of how cute they were and how they looked, and I could barely walk after the pictures. After the pictures, the wedding hadn't even started yet. When we were still planning, I was like, I'm gonna get these super cute glitzy pair of shoes that I'm gonna wear when I'm dancing, and they're gonna be so cute. And boy, am I happy I bought these. I got these bad boys at DSW for $80, and I wore these down the aisle. I wore these the entire wedding. I was so comfortable, and comfort is so important on your wedding day, and a lot of people don't realize that and think they can just dance through the pain. And my experience at my wedding was infinitely better because I chose a comfortable dress and I had these shoes. I replaced the laces with these little soft satin laces I found on Amazon to kind of zhuzh them up a little bit. But these, I'm telling you, and I can wear these again. Number 6, if you can, trial everything. Trial your hair and makeup. Trial your food. Be sure to go to tastings. If you have a venue or a caterer, they offer tastings including with your package. Please, for the love of goodness, go to those tastings and make sure that you know what you're feeding your guests. The most important thing to me is good food and good alcohol. We tasted all of our food, all of our cake, and all of the pies. We went to this little we had a bunch of little mini pies. I literally tasted 16 pies in one day because I wanted to know what everybody would love. And I did a makeup and hair trial, and I was really thinking like, is it worth the money? And it 100% is. But to me, I really wanted to look like myself on my wedding day and have that connection with the makeup and hair artist. And because I did that trial, I felt so confident going into the wedding. And because my mom and my maid of honor shared the same makeup artist, I knew that they were gonna be confident as well. Number 7, everybody's gonna be talking at you. You're gonna have your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your twice removed aunt and uncle. Like, everyone is gonna tell you what you need to do, and at the end of the day, you need to do what you want to do. A lot of people are gonna have opinions, but you need to stick to your guns. Focus on what's important to you. And you'll see from these opinions, a lot of people say like, oh my God, the photography is the most important, the photo booth's the most important, the music or your dress, and you need to have your list of priorities of like, what is the most important thing to me? What are a few things that I don't really necessarily care about? And what are just, I do not want this in my life. It'll make things so much easier if you list those out before going into your budgets and before looking at vendors, because you'll really know, do I want to get the best of the best for X? Am I okay with mediocre Y? I sacrificed a videographer because I wanted a really fun photo booth and I wanted people to have lasting memories, and I wanted to have lasting memories. Number 9, you're gonna think you can DIY everything. You cannot DIY everything. I'll tell you that right now. There are so many awesome templates on Etsy that I used, and we used an Etsy template for a welcome packet and for our program, and they were so fun, and we were able to personalize them ourselves. DIYing takes so much more time than you think. My mom and one of my family friends designed this awesome photo setup, and it was all of these pictures of the couples at the weddings on their wedding day, and it was a DIY project that literally took months, and it was just the size of a bookcase. If you don't need to DIY it, don't add that stress to your life. When I say also don't DIY everything, I mean that for planning as well. Some people think it's not that important to have a day of planner or a day of coordinator. It is so, I'm telling you right now, you need a day of coordinator, because everything is gonna be running past you 1,000 miles a minute, and this is, look, to be honest, this is your day, and you're paying for this, or your family is paying for this, and you need to enjoy it. The one thing I told my mom was that, I said to my mom, I was like, I just want you to be able to be in this moment, be present, and not be worrying about the little things. It was so worth the money to have someone dealing with those problems instead of me. Finally, have fun, okay? This weddings are supposed to be fun. They're not supposed to be stressful. They don't need to be perfect. They don't need to be fit for Instagram. If you're having fun and sitting with your husband or wife or partner and you are able to spend time together, that is the most important thing. And just take moments to see all of these different people from your lives all in one place. And that was the most magical thing to me. You will feel so loved on your wedding day, even if it's just 10 people. My closing advice to anyone planning on getting married right now: it's stressful, it's awesome, it's fun, but do what you want, honestly. My brother had a wedding of immediate family only, and then my wedding had 150 people, and it was also magical. So don't feel this pressure. I feel like there's so much pressure to be perfect today. Take in the moment, be with your family, especially after, you know, this pandemic and everything. Take time to embrace and celebrate being with people again. Anyway, that's my TED Talk. I hope you had fun. Please like and subscribe, ask any questions below. I'll try to answer them. I tried to keep this video somewhat short, but there's just so much to talk about. And I wish luck to all of you, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.